What is it? Oh, we're live. Hey, y'all. What's up? Long time no see. I feel like I've missed you guys. Oh, I just been so busy. Well, not like in a bad way, but like very productive. So many events going on this past weekend, but I'm here. Let me eat my piece of chocolate. Mmm. Mmm, 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 mmm. I just need like a little bit of sugar. Let me open this window. Hold on. Oh, this damn smoke. Mm. All right, y'all. What's up? Welcome to Vixen After Dark. If you guys haven't already joined the fam, please make sure you go ahead and smash the subscribe button and click the bell right next to it. That way you guys know every time I go live. All right. So you're here for the video. I was going to record this. Oh, excuse me. But I got home a little late today. So I was like, you know what? Let me just hop on and do it live. I'm going to do timestamps if you guys are new here. So please always check in the description box. They'll be there. Sometimes I put them in the comments or other people can. It's totally up to you guys if you want to do that. But I normally put in the description box. That way you guys can click the arrow, drop down, and then you can go towards whatever you want to refer back to or whatever floats your boat. So you guys, we have, let me make sure this is right because I haven't gone live in a minute. Let me fix my, all right. So you guys, this video is all about Mars and Leo today. So I'll let you know what we're going to talk about. Right now we're in the intro portion here. If you guys know where to find me, everything's in the description box down below. You guys can find me at vixenafterdark.com. If you guys want your own personal guidance session with me, you can book that there. And also other my social media handles as well. Okay, so today I'm just going to go in as far as the Mars and Leo collective energy. I'm also going to tap into each sun sign, particularly, it's more heavy on the sun sign energy, but you can pertain it to your moon or your rising. Excuse me. I'm always going to give you the negative and the positive, the light and the dark, whatever you want to call it, okay? That way you guys are well aware. And then I'm also going to tap in these cluster of aspects that we have that I think are important to kind of bring up in the mix of all that, that we can know how to play the energies that are coming about internally or externally, okay? As far as the aspects that are super important. And it's going to be the aspects for the entire week all the way up to the weekend, the ones that I'm going to be pointing out. That way you can see how the energy is playing out along with this Mars and Leo, okay? What to expect, what to look forward to. Every day I'm going to go live this week, so don't worry, I'll still update you on the other videos when the moon moves, because right now the moon is in Cancer and it's going to move to Leo as well. So I'll be doing those videos as well too throughout the week. So that's why you want to stay plugged in, stay tuned to tap it turned on, okay? And then after I go over the aspects, I'm going to talk about where we have Mars and whatever house that may be. Of course, the light and the dark, positive, negative, upside, downside of all of that too. All the way from the houses, all the way from 1 through 12. And then afterwards, if we have time, guys, I may pop in some tarot astrology as well, where I incorporate tarot cards as well as numerology and astrology. That way you guys can kind of correlate and see what message I channel through utilizing those tools. Normally we typically get confirmations anyways, you know, about based on what the energies are going through, and then, you know, what I've already said intuitively speaking. Okay, so let's go ahead without further ado. Let's talk about it. Hope you guys are staying hydrated. It's hot where I'm at. It's roast balls, okay? So hot. So I don't know if you guys can tell, I got like a nice little tan. I'm a little dark, especially on my arm areas. They're a little darker. But anyways, so we've got Mars and Leo. This already happened over the weekend on the 20th, okay? So it's going to stay here all the way up until July 10th. Now, we all know, hold on one second. Let me just reply to this message really quick. Ooh, excuse me. All right, I'm done. I'm here. We're alive. Okay. I still put my phone on Do Not Disturb, but I still receive messages on, iMessage. Anywho, let's get started. So I'm pulling up the chats. I kind of already did some of this information already, but I just want to see any cool aspects. So we all know with the planet of Mars energy, you guys, Mars is definitely rules Aries. Okay, so Aries is definitely going to be the planet of that's going to feel this the most. Also, the co-ruler of that is also Scorpio as well. But Aries is the primary of Mars, just so you guys are aware. And Mars is the planet of all about action, you guys. We call Mars the Energizer Bunny. This is what's giving us that push right now, since it's in a fire sign, aka Leo. This is what's really going to drive the energy back. We had Mars in Cancer. Thank God it's gone. No offense to my Cancers, but having Mars in Cancer, the planet of action, made us not want to do too much shit, right? So now we have a little bit of fire under us, a little bit of willpower back to get things done, aka energy, to really want to carry out our passions, our desires, be a little bit more motivated, and be a little bit more daring and take risks and take action on the things that we want to pursue, and being bold about it and bringing back that ambitious kind of an energy, especially if you are super affected by the Mars and Cancer energy, kind of like, I'm here, whatever, I'm here, like, So kudos to you if you got through that, trying to still do things in the midst of that energy. So this is that energetic power. Mars and Leo, we can really, it brings on that tinge of manifestation. So with all of these planets that are playing out right now, we can really, get really inspired and really make a name for ourselves, and really do some great things here, okay, in the physical form, right? Because we have this Earth energy carrying out as well. We still have 4 planets that are in Taurus right now, so that's pretty much doing that. So it's forcing us to be a little bit more courageous, to be a little bit more determined to get things done, taking action, right? That's the name of the game of Mars. Just think of the word energy, action, just energy and action when you think of Mars, right? So this is what gives us the strength to kind of carry out a lot of things, create plans for ourselves, attract whatever we want in our lives, okay? So on the positive aspect, this is a dynamic energy, okay? This allows us to really express ourselves, especially based on whatever our passions are. So like for me, I'm super passionate about the work that I do. So I'm like going gung-ho, I make sure that I'm just all in and very present, and then also creative. I like to create, like you see how I do the thumbnails and all the little posts I do on Instagram. I gotta do those. Thanks for reminding me. Let me write that down really quick. I always like to update you guys visually, vocally, and so I got to do those. So hold on. I know that's on my to-do list, but I want to do that like right after this. So anywho, so yeah, so on the negative side to that, this week, let's just keep in mind that this week is going to be so Leo driven. Like I said, the moon is going to even be in Leo towards the end of the week. I think like Thursday, Friday-ish or whatever. I can check on that right now because right now it's in Cancer. Let's see. It's going to be in Cancer until Wednesday and then Thursday, Friday. Yep, Thursday, Friday will be in Leo, and for the weekend it'll be in Virgo. A little cuspy on Saturday, Leo, Virgo energy there. So, you know, this week, it's either you're going to be pushed to center stage and you're going to really love it. You're going to be excited about it I should say, in a healthy way. Some of us just may be ego driven to where we're going to push people out of the way so we can have a little bit of shine, which is not so great, right? Because, you know, you can set yourself up for some jacked up situations later on that you got to fix, right? And unthread those, and you don't want to do that. And some people will get the spotlights front center stage and they'll be scared, right? This is where, you know, if you're a person that's struggling with having the spotlight, you know, this looks like, I don't know, maybe someone told you, oh, you have to present to the class today, or someone at work says, you know what, I want you to take the lead on this project, you know, like you're gonna be like, oh no, and you kind of want to just sit in the corner and be like, no, I'm gonna work behind the scenes today. You know, Carol could take that, she'll do that. So either gonna be, and that'll let you know that's an area of opportunity where you can work on if that's something that you struggle with, right? So it can show us internally what we need to work on, but also too, it can bring, you know, that grand energy as well. But like I said, you could be dealing with other people that are so ego driven where they can create conflicts because they want to be, you know, in the spotlight maybe when they shouldn't be right now at this time. So you got to kind of recognize those individuals as you're, you know, playing out. They can be a little bit more dominant. That's more of the aggressive energy on the fire side of that, right? Ooh, watch out for a fire sign and their aggression, honey, okay? So this definitely looks like AKA power struggles. You can call it that, just for a lack of better words. And they may not want to cooperate with other people because me. It's like the pick me kind of an energy, right? So there's always that negative and positive whenever we have Mars in Leo. So we all know Mars is the planet of action. Let me go back to the regular chart here. And also, you know, we want to be a little bit more assertive. So I'm so excited. I already felt this energy before it even went into Leo. I was like, you know, when you like anticipate an energy, you kind of already know how things play out. That's why I come to you guys, so you know how to play out the energy as well. But I always feel everything kind of right before, or some of us already feel it, but we probably don't know what we're feeling. So that's why I'm here. So it's in Leo, which is a fire sign, very dynamic kind of an energy, especially for the collective. So with this nice combination, like I said, we're going to be so inspired to take on whatever it is that we're passionate about. What are you working on right now? Where is your energy going towards as far as building your foundation, your stability, and even working on yourself for shadow work, you know, to become the best version of yourself so that you can complete whatever endeavors that you have going on in life in a positive manner and you're not out there projecting, right? That way you can kind of, you know, live out this vision that you have for yourself. This is really important, okay? So get a little bit enthusiastic about it. This could be some really good energy. You can really express yourself and not care about what anybody's got to say and just do the damn thing. Depending on how you look, how you talk, how you walk, how you dress, everything, all of it, the whole shebang, okay? So a lot of people are going to feel very confident Leo energy. Very charismatic Leo energy. You know, Leo's kind of like, give me the mic. I'm here. All lights, camera, action. Just think of Leo like that. Leo's supposed to be like that if they're in the higher octave kind of an energy. So you now, since Mars, planet of action, is in Leo, this is how we're all going to feel it on a collective level. Now, so it's going to be heightened for us too, okay? Now, I would also say we're going to just feel, some of us may, like before, if you were a person that, like I said, liked to be in the background kind of an energy, but you've been dying for some type of breakthrough. Well, here's your breakthrough. Here's your breakthrough to really shine, to test yourself, to see how far you can go. You know, if someone gives you a role to play at work or at home or, you know, at school, whatever it is for you, in your friend group, you know, really take it on. Take on that responsibility and that duty to see how far you can go. You know, I always say take a risk. That's like fire energy. Because, you know, we're all supposed to be operating our north node, so you can't be afraid. Get out of south node, operate in north node. We have a lot of aspects right now that are actually tickling with the north node, a lot. So in a sense, some of you guys might be forced, like I said, to be front center stage when you're probably not ready. You're gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a back seat. Wait, I didn't study. Wait, I don't know. What are we doing? What's going on? How's it going? But some people might be like, yeah, I'm gonna take it on. It's kind of like, think of like an improv class. Like if you go for acting, I don't know if you guys ever done that, like back in the day in school or something like that, or you're doing it now as an adult, where they kind of say improv, right? So it's like, okay, I need you to act like a distressed person on the street and, you know, whatever it is, like, and you gotta just, all right, go, you know what I mean? And do it. That's kind of that energy. Improv. Some people might, you know what, I'm actually going to try it. You're going to be a daredevil kind of an energy. Something that you've always wanted to do, checking it off your, what's that list? Your bucket list of things to do. And some people, like I said, might be shied away from doing so. Also too, you know, if there's any creative projects that's been collecting dust around the house, you know, this is that energy to where it's like, you know what, I'm finally going to like paint today. I'm going to set aside all Sunday painting, no phone zone. I'm going to bust out this collection of paintings that I want to have in my art gallery or something, or in my house, you know, for the aesthetics portion of that, because we do have Venus is in Taurus, right? So, I mean, Venus is in Cancer right now, but there's some aspects, like, that's what I meant to say. There's some aspects playing out where you want to bring that out. I'll talk about the aspects in a minute. But, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, are you going to be a leader and step up, or are you just going to fall back? Because if you use this energy to your benefit, you can really push yourself outside of your comfort zone and do the things that you've always wanted to do, but you just were kind of scared, and to see where it takes you. You know, it might open some more doors, give you more opportunities, gain more knowledge, meet new faces, go new places, things of that nature. So I encourage you guys to really approach every single day with the attitude of, you know what, divide and conquer kind of energy. Like, I'm gonna do this. Like, what's that saying? Vini Vidi Vici. You know what I mean though, right? Like, just kind of like, just do it. Just take on every day and take action. Because if you don't take any action right now, you're in a different octave. Like, you need to maybe do some shadow work or sit in a corner or something and really work on yourself if you really feel like you're just not motivated to do anything. Check on your friends that are feeling like that too, and you might be able to give them a little kick, push, you know, boost their ego a little bit, I don't know, to get them going. So something, right? So finding also too, you have to just be very mindful too, because we can get so excited and, you know, we have so much potential with this fire energy to get things off the ground that you might kind of, you know, grab attention from the wrong people, or gain attention in a not so grand way. So you got to kind of be careful to find the balance, to not go overboard, right? I always say too much of something, like aka overindulging, is never a good thing. So you want to just, you know when it's your turn to grab, you know, the mic and go on stage, and know when it's time to be like, you know what, here you go, Mike, there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your turn. Like, gain the balance. Genuinely do that. Especially if you're a person that is concerned for others and you actually care about other people. Some people, you're going to have those people that don't really care, and they're just going to stomp all over, pick me, I'm here, I can do it better. You know, you might meet those people, so you kind of have to be aware of that energy, harness your own energy. Just remember, master your own energy in a positive way. That way you can just look back at somebody that's like, yeah, you'll sit back with the popcorn and be like, wait, sips tea. You'll kind of be like that, right? So that's pretty much it. Did I say it's going to be Mars is going to be in Leo until July? Oh yeah, and happy Gemini season. I'm gonna do a video on that tomorrow. But what's up to all my gems? I love my gems. You guys definitely, I grew up with my bestest of friends. We're always Geminis. Think of Pisces and Geminis. You know, Pisces has two fish, Gemini has two sides. For some reason, I just always connected, like, with each side of a Gemini. You know, like when I was friends with them, I knew both people. So, shout out to all my gems out there. Okay, happy solar return. I'm gonna do a separate video for y'all, so go and check on that. What's up, kids? Hey, let me move this back because I can't even, hold on. I got my little iPad here so I can see the comments for you guys. How are you today? So you gotta, that's the thing, you gotta know, you know, I feel bad for Geminis, they get bashed all the time, but I just feel like they're just misunderstood and people don't understand their energy. And you gotta know both sides. You can, like, I was married to a Gemini. You can marry one side of the Gemini. You can marry that one person. But did you know about the other person that comes along with that? You gotta love them unconditionally, but they could be two people just like I can be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can, but it's more prominent for Cancer, Gemini, Pisces energy. We have specifically have the other side. So you have to love us, you know, wholeheartedly, like all of it. Like you gotta love every little nook and cranny, or else you won't get them. Okay, you won't understand where they're coming from because they see things. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. You know how we have glasses, right? So just say we see things in one lens and we see things in another lens, and then just combine those two. That's like Gemini, Pisces, Cancer energy. Like look at the zodiac symbols. You know what I'm saying? It's very telling. It kind of tells you that. Kids said yes, I agree. I'm good, thank you. What's up, Mark in the building? All right, guys. So that's pretty much Mars and Leo on a collective scale. For the most part, just be bold, be courageous, just do the damn thing, get it started, get it going now. Because a lot of these planets are in early degrees right now. Pluto is still sitting at 0 degrees. We have Uranus at 19, it's going. Saturn's at 6 degrees in Pisces, Jupiter's still at 1 degree. So, you know, while everything's kind of sitting low, it's kind of like, you know, prepare yourself, because you do not want to be playing catch up when these planets speed up, or when they're in the higher degrees where it's like, oh shit, you don't want to be like this, like spinning, like, oh no, what do I do? I gotta do that. Did I do that? Did I forget to do that? You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. You want to be like, all right, I got this. I'm going here. We're about to do that. They coming with me. I got this outfit. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be set, smooth, and calm, collective. You know what I'm saying? When everything kind of is like looking like chaotic for everybody else. You don't want to be the person that's in chaos, because then you can cause a lot of destruction for yourself. So set yourself up nice while all these planets are just kind of chilling. Because I know the North Node is gonna switch after Taurus. It's gonna switch up. So anywho, let's talk about all the sun signs, okay? So this is predominantly going to affect your sun energy. However, you still, of course, can pertain it to your moon and your rising. I'm going to start all the way from Aries. We're going to go to Pisces. Don't forget everything's time stamped. That way you can maybe mix in your big three. And then later on, I'm going to do houses after I do aspects, just so you guys are aware, okay? So, now that we've got that out the way, kind of the collective of how we're going to feel, Aries, okay? So Aries, you know, your ruling planet is Mars. So this is going to be natural for you. This is going to feel like a walk in the park, as they say, right? A natural energy. You're already assertive. You already have the drive. You know, I always say Aries is the person that finds the logs. They got the lighter. They're like, okay, here, Leo, now light it up and get it lit, right? And so they're like, yeah, and Aries is all excited, and Leo's like, we're here. And then Sag, the other fire sign, is mutable, so the Sag, like creates the whole big fire and keeps the bonfire lit so that the party can stay lit at the beach and have fun. You know, so imagine in that. You know, I'm a visual, so I always got to give you guys a visual. So this is, you know, Aries energy, pretty much, in a sense. They already take risks. They're more assertive and more cerebral kind of an energy. They take risks without thinking about the consequences after. Like I said, that's a bold move. You're gonna be hearing me like, dang, you bold for that one. Oh, damn. Like, you know what I mean? That's Aries Leo kind of an energy. So, you know, Aries, get creative. This is a time to really create something. You know, you might see an Aries probably, you know, they were so, I would say, not showing their feelings before, and now they're like, hey, I want to take you out on a date. Like, what's up? I'm trying to fly you out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might pop out the box and do something different. But I feel like it's, you know, going towards their creative endeavors too, of course, whatever, you know, whatever duties, responsibility, obligation that you have, to bring on those leadership qualities. You might become a coach, you know, you might have 3 kids. You're like, you know, I'm signing up to be a coach, you know, a football coach for my kid. I don't know, I'm just naming something, but you might tap into something else as far as you learning or bringing in, you know, bringing home the bacon or something like that, or you might find a hobby that you just now will consistently tap into, which is good. That way you can kind of express yourself in your own authentic way. So really use this energy to, I would say, just fuel anything you have going on right now. Here is like, I had a dream about that. That's funny. Here's your gas, right? Aries, what you gonna do with the gas? You gonna put it in the car and go drive to LA? Like, what you finna do? Like, you have the gas can. You know what I'm saying? Go light some shit up, okay? Go ignite whatever it is that you need to ignite so that you can be enthusiastic about life right now. I'm pretty sure if you're an Aries or you have an aspect of Aries, sun, moon, or rising, you probably feel this energy. I know I do because I'm an Aries moon. So I've already, like I said, I've already been feeling this. I'm like, yay! So this is my kind of an energy. This is where I thrive, despite, you know, whatever's, all the other planets that we have going on. But I'm going to talk about the other aspects in a minute. Taurus, Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, but specifically, you know, leaning more towards your sun sign here. Because, you know, the sun is more of like your core personality. So this is how you're really going to be taking action, okay? So this is gonna create or activate some spark in you, Taurus. You know how Taurus is kind of like, typically they like to, you know, wear the same things. They look very aesthetically pleasing. You know, they got the same necklace on. They got the same, you know, diamond earrings that pop on, or the same like head scarf, or they do their makeup the same way, or guys, they have this, you know, they just always look fitted somewhere or some fashion. But now this is gonna like amplify that for Tauruses, like especially like I said, because we have Jupiter in Taurus right now. I'll talk about the aspects of that later. So that's all about expanding. North Node is in Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus, doing things outside of the box. We just left Taurus. 6 planets in Taurus. So we had that new moon, right? So we're still leaking in that new moon kind of an energy as well. So you're going to be like infusing all of those juices to do something a little different, to add a little spice, you know, add a little razzle dazzle, as we like to call it, right? To whatever it is that you're passionate about. Because that's Mars energy. It goes towards your passions. What are you going to activate now? So let's say, for example, you've always wanted to start a clothing line. Now you might even, you know, get the samples. You might start rocking the damn samples and going live and taking pictures and doing it for the gram. I mean, you know, and showing up to events and wherever, and you're like, yeah, this is my new clothing line. Y'all like it? I'm about to come out with it. What y'all think? What y'all think? What y'all think? You like it? Like, that's how you're going to be now. You're going to be a little bit more enthusiastic. So please use this energy. This should encourage you to take a leap of faith. Now, also, too, you might even take action on maybe even like your love and any type of ship you're sailing too. Okay, if you've seen, you know, that hot guy, hot girl, you're always like, damn, you know what? I'm about to be like, what's up? How old are you? Where's your son? Where you live at? What you do? You got kids? Like, that's that energy. So Taurus, you might get the confidence to take action on those endeavors as well, and actually express yourself too. So you can get the answers that you want, because you don't like someone that ain't got no goddamn answers and they don't know where the hell they're going. You know, you like someone to be confident as well, just like you. So you might get that surge too, And this could also be in your career. You might, you know, take on a little bit more tasks at work. You might do some overtime, or you might, you know, be interested in a different position at work because, you know what, you're like, oh, this is going to make a little bit more money, then I could take this money and then I could invest it into this or whatever, yada, yada, you know, so even your career. So that you can seek recognition, Leo energy, and feel successful like you always like to feel, right? So that can do that for Tauruses. She said, I'm doing my best to get prepared. Yes, I like to hear it. Just a reflection. All right, Mark. So Gemini. So we just didn't, the moon was just in Gemini, I believe, right? Yeah. And then now we're in Cancer. It's going to go to Leo. So like I said, happy solar return to all my gems. What's up? With this Mars and Leo energy, I feel like this is going to pick up your social life. Okay. You're going to be a little bit more active as far as voicing what the hell you feel, how you feel, whenever you feel it. And you're not going to have no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, you over there with the loan. No, let me stop. So you're going to really you're going to be super enthusiastic. You're going to have so much energy connecting with other people, like-minded people. Now's the time for you to really, like, if you ever wanted to, I don't know, maybe you want to gain some new friends that you can, like some travel buddies, or maybe you want some like-minded people to work on a project together, or maybe you want to hang out with a set of new people at work because the other ones is tired, okay? You're like, you know, there's too much drama. I want people that have something going on, that aren't hating on me. Like, I really want that peace at work. I want that peace around my home. I want that peace in my friend group. I want us to kumbaya it out, right? So I feel like for you, Gemini, this is really going to allow you to connect with those people and kind of lead the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you come, you know how this is core personality energy, right? So however you're presenting yourself, that's what you're going to attract. So if you're, I don't know, let's say, what example can I bring? I don't know. Let's say you're like a spiritualist. It's the only thing I can come up with right now. It's like, you know, you want to probably engage people that, you know, are into the same things like you as far as anything esoteric, right? And this is what's going to spark fire energy, that action for you to be like, you know what? I like what they're talking about. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go in this room. I'm going to watch this live, this YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you might tap into that, and then you might gain friendships out of that. You might gain new connections out of that, because you're actually going to utilize your throat chakra and talk about it. Well, you know what? Well, what I've learned in my knowledge and my research, what I found out was, and then you're going to be a little bit more inquisitive and asking where they got their research from, and then you guys can correlate, you know what I'm saying? Like the meeting of the minds kind of come together. So networking is going to be key for you here. So I feel like if you do open that floodgate up, it's going to bring some really grand, exciting opportunities for you. So take action. Mars is the planet of action. So if you take action on knowing these new faces and new places, and just, you know, kind of putting yourselves in their shoes, or trying to gain new perspectives, pick their brain, this can really lead to so like an infinite amount of possibilities for you, okay? It can be very exciting. And also too, like, let's say if you have a job or starting a business, you can grow in the professional field as well for yourself and make some money. Okay, so use your natural charm, Gem. It is your season, so why not act like it and really make a goddamn impact on your life? Don't be sitting in the corner now. This is your time to shine right now, okay? Let's move along here. We've got Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Cancer, I feel like you're just going to be a little bit more ambitious. I don't know if you felt the shift, because you're kind of like in that same energy, especially if you had a person, if you were a Mars in Cancer, like literally, or just you could be Cancer, but I feel like here, now that Mars is in Leo, I feel like you're going to be kind of the same thing. Like, you're going to desire to be recognized. You're going to be like Leo energy. Cancer and Leo is kind of wanting the same thing right now, especially figure out where Jupiter is chilling, whatever transit as your rising sign, like what house. Like, I'm getting 10th house vibes. So you might be recognized for something that you do as far as your career, whatever public image you're putting out for yourself. You're going to want front center stage, just like a Leo. So I feel like you're going to be motivated to really assert yourself, put yourself in those rooms or situations where you can receive the praise for whatever it is that, you know, you're tapping into, whatever you're passionate about. What are your passions? Are you a singer, songwriter, dancer? What do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you like to do, you're going to want to amplify that times 10, and you're going to take action on that and be the leader that you are, and then people can come to you as the plug. So this energy can really get you out of your shell and really boost your confidence. Okay, and that's that fire energy, so that you can, you know, have the courage to get on stage and grab the mic and achieve your goals. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that is for you. Let's see. We did Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Leo, it's in your sign, so it's going to be the same kind of an energy. You're going to feel very passionate. This is going to be, it's kind of like, you know, you've been gone for a long time, you know, you've been traveling the world, and now you're at home. So for you, you're just going to be automatically confident. Like, you're going to be like, yes, like, I finally made it home. It's kind of like, you know, when you get off the plane, you've been in another country for a whole couple of months, and you finally, as soon as you touch down, like, you're calling everybody up like, hey, I'm at the airport. Y'all in the parking lot? Y'all here? That's that energy. Like, now you feel, instead of tired and wanting to go to sleep, you're actually excited to step foot at home and be like, you know what? I'm switching things up. I know what to do. You're going to be a little bit more charismatic. You're going to be, you know, super assertive. Like, you know what? First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to, you know, saying like, I'm going to wash my ass. I'm going to unpack. I'm going to just, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go here. Let's get a drink. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you're going to be excited to be at home in a sense. You know what I mean? Because it's in your sign. So think of it like that. But you're really going to be motivated to pursue your goals and dreams and aspirations. So like I said, Cancer and Leo are kind of the same energy in a sense. But since Mars is in Leo, Leo might have a little bit more of a tendency to be a little bit more ego-driven. Okay, so you got to watch out for that. Remember, like I said, everything's all about balance, right? So if you do have a lot of influence, let's say, you know, you're a Leo and you just came back from, I don't know, Spain, right? And you go back to the hood, like, hey, what's up, dude? And everybody's giving you daps, saying, what's up? Where you been at? Let's go get a barbecue. Oh, you looking good? You looking fun? Whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever energy you're carrying, if you're in a higher octave, you could be the person that can influence whoever's around you so that they can also take center stage. And then next time yo ass hopping on a flight, all 3 of them, 10 of them, they coming with you because they've, you know, gravitated towards that energy. You influenced a positive outcome within them, saying, oh, y'all could do it too. Y'all just didn't, y'all know, y'all was all like just sitting there acting like y'all don't want to do that. You know, you didn't have X, Y, and Z. Well, get on your ass and do something now. So you can bring that energy and teach them a couple of things too. So I kind of like that. But don't get self-centered. Be careful of that. Because same thing with like Cancer. I don't know if I said that. Cancers can get really moody, get very sensitive and just clingy kind of an energy. And be like overly protective and, you know, this is what I want to do and hold a grudge, you know. And Leo, same thing, you can be super excessive and like your pride and ego can really take over and you can really mess up a good situation for yourself because you think you got it like that and you could dominate and, you know what I mean, and then really like control something where you should kind of kick back a little bit low key. So you got to be careful, okay? Virgo, sun, moon, rising. So with Mars and Leo, you're going to want to travel. Like, you're going to want to either go away to travel or you're going to want to go away to learn something. I just feel like you're going to have an energy to just take trips, go on adventures, and just really get out there. You know, you may feel like let's say you've been at home for a week and you've been working on stuff at the house. You might feel like you want to take a trip to Puerto Rico, you know, and be like, hey, who's down? I'm about to be in Honduras. I'm about to go to Puerto Rico. I'm about to go to Church's Caicos or whatever the hell it's called. We going to Puerto Rico. We going to Dominican Republic in 2 weeks. Who's down? I need a hairstylist. I need, you know what I mean? Like, you might just really want to get up and out. out the way, for real, you know. And even if you can't be a person that goes out of country, this looks like you maybe just hopping in your car and traveling to the next city for the weekend, you know, and having like a spa treatment or something. Like, so Virgos, you guys are really going to want to just go to new places, like do new shit. Like, you did the whole crab and lobster with the jet skis. Like, you want to try something else, like something totally different outside of the box. But I feel like it's going to pertain more to you gaining more knowledge as far as mastering self, as far as like more like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like for a higher purpose. You're going to want to kind of get out there and do something, you know, for the greater good of what you got going on. So I feel like this is going to motivate you to be a little bit more assertive with your beliefs and talents and really kind of express yourself in a way that that no one's seen before, to unlock another version of you, if that makes sense. Okay. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. So Mars and Leo is definitely going to be very intense for you. This is going to affect your intimate relationships and shared resources, 8th house energy, right? So you may feel a surge of passion to just really go balls to the walls with the connections that you have. Like, you might, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, hey babe, you want to go to that special store and get some special goodies for a special night? Like, you might be like that. Like, you might just want to tap in on that kind of a, you know what I'm saying, deeper the connection that way, you know. But I feel like you're just going to be a little bit more assertive. Maybe even setting boundaries as far as like, you know what, I'm not willing to do that. I don't want to do that anymore, but I do want to do this. Like, you might voice that and say that and take action on it. And really find like I feel like you're going to find a nice balance between the things that you actually need from your intimate relationships, and then also too, you want to play around with, you know, your little 50 Shades of Grey fantasies and desires. So, but you'll be open to seeing what someone else wants too. But on the flip side of that, you can be, if you're like in a lower octave, you might, you know, or not saying lower, you just might need something, an opportunity for you to learn. Like, you might be still indecisive, okay? You might have some type of fear, like where you don't want to take action and it turns into a confrontation, and then, you know, you end up being passive aggressive and saying, yeah, whatever you want to do, like whatever you want to do, like let's do that, you know, prioritizing somebody else's needs instead of your own, and you taking a back seat because you have difficulty with setting boundaries or taking action on something that you're actually passionate about. It's like that energy I was telling you guys in the beginning for the collective. Some people might want to be in the forefront, some people might not want to be. So this lets you know this is an area of opportunity for you. You might not want to do that speech in front of 100 people. You might be scared. You might start sweating and your eyes just start watering. You can't see nothing. You can't think straight. You're like, dang, am I sweating? Can I see the sweat in my suit? Damn. Like, you might be thinking about all that stuff, right? You might be a little scared. So depending on where you're at as far as being a Libra, okay? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. So Scorpio, we all know you're the Mars is a co-ruler of your sign, Scorpio. So this is going to also activate your partnerships, you collabing with other people, taking action. Let's say, for example, you wanted to start a certain business. I don't know what kind of business, but let's say you wanted to, and you might need a couple of people to do it. You might not have the wisdom or the experience to, I don't know, build a website. And then, you know, like Josh over here knows how to build the website. Someone else has like a visual for it. Maybe you have the idea of what you want to talk about, but you may maybe needing to collab with other people or wanting to collab with other people in order to carry out a certain idea or passion that you have. So you might take action on that. You know, even your relationships too, as far as like actual, like maybe loving relationships, but I feel like it could be business partnership, situationship, you know, co-workership, whatever ship it is. Like, I just feel like you are going to take the lead finally and really use this energy, or it's forcing you to kind of, like, it's encouraging you, I should say, to really kind of take the lead on where it is that you want to go and how you want to do it, how you want to play out, who do you want involved, you know, things of that nature. So whatever you desire, just kind of open that up and just start taking action. I feel like too, if you do that, because Scorpio, you can be very private, kind of to yourself. It's like you might know a lot, you might have seen a lot, you might need like a refresher of some things, you know what I mean? So I feel like it doesn't hurt to talk to other people, get involved, get in the mix. You know, when that new moon energy came out, that was the time for you to plant some new seeds, right? We're kind of still feeling that a little bit. So what are you passionate about? Moon in Cancer right now. So what is something that you have like a burning desire to do? And I feel like this will help deepen the connections with other people. You never know. Your friend that you already have, they might know something that you're inquiring about. And then this is how you guys deepen a connection and talk more every day and get to know each other and maybe have meetups and just take action on your endeavors and their endeavors. You know, one hand washes the other kind of an energy. You might help them in some way, kind of like a bartering thing. All right, so you can help me on that. I can help you on this. Boom, bam, pow. And you guys are being very productive and it's going towards your dreams, aspiration, and goals and theirs as well. Boom. Twofer, right? So I feel like strengthening the connections with certain people that actually they got something going on, you know? Not the kind of connections where it's like, hey, what you doing? You trying to go swimming today? Hold on. Hey. And then the other one's like, yeah. And then, you know, you'd be like, you got the bottle? Like, not that kind of an action. Like, something that's actually going to build, you know, upon your goals and things that you want to get done. That type of a person, right? So strengthen those connections. That way you won't be, like, kind of wasting your time. Because Scorpio, with you can get kind of... Pepper, you're going to burn yourself. Yeah. You can get very possessive or jealous when it comes to relationships. And let's say, for example, your friend has so much going on and you don't have nothing going on and you're not enthused about getting it started because you're not unaware of how to do something or you're not knowledgeable about it and you're just like, I don't feel like doing it, you know? Like, so you might get jealous or envious of them because they have stuff going on, and then by the time it's time to go travel going on, and then by the time it's time to go travel, how is that even playing? You're not looking at them like, damn, I can't go. You're actually like, yep, I booked my flight already. I know what room I got going on, and I already got my outfits. You know what I'm saying? You'll be more in a better energy. So be careful of the controlling, obsessive, or possessive kind of an energy that you can have, or even just holding grudges or still being secretive. You know, you don't want to do that. Like, really take action, because even if you're not, like, you may come across as that. And I'm going to talk about the aspects in a minute. Anyways, Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is going to be in your 6th house. So this is going to motivate you and your ambitious energy to really work on your daily living activities. Maybe as far as like, I'm going to start eating fruit smoothies now instead of eating like ribs and chicken and steak every damn day. You know, you might focus on your health. Let me take a sip on that one. This is actually a fruit smoothie. So, you know, even as far as, you know, this is fire energy. So I feel like you're going to love this, you know, you're like, yes, Mars is in a fire sign. So especially Leo, all right, I can keep it lit, you know. So whatever you have going on, you're going to like amplify that. This is going towards your goals, making bread, you know what I mean? Whatever career goals you have, or starting a business, whatever you're trying to pursue and take charge of, you're really going to you're going to be on the ball. This is going to feel familiar to you. This is the energy that's going to really... you should just be making sure everything's like clear and concise for you on whatever it is, whatever endeavors that you want to tap into. That way you can work towards them and be hella enthusiastic about it and be hella excited about it. Now you have to be careful, because you can work so much while Mars is in a fire sign. You're in a fire sign as well. You can overexert yourself. Okay, so remember to take breaks, rest, get some sleep. You can also be impulsive too without thinking of the fine details. Remember, we still have planets we have some earth energy chilling here still. So use that earth energy to stay grounded, meaning read all contracts or, you know how you're going to map out the plan, make sure it's exactly what you want to do, and think of the outcomes that could possibly happen instead of just diving into something and being super impulsive, and then here comes something that happens and you didn't even foresee it before you started, and now you got to really deal with it and you don't want to deal with it. So, keep things intact, and consider other people. If you're working with around other people, consider who's around you and what's going on as well, okay? And don't be like this, like, bullet, just pew. You could be like, I feel like Sag is going to be like bullet energy, like pew, like, you know what I mean? Like pew, 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 pew. It just go, go, go. So don't overindulge, and, don't be, I know this is an energy where you're just going, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do everything. It's like you're going to have so much energy to really, it's like you can be too excessive with taking too many risks, and then you can add on too much to your plate, and you could just, I don't know, I just feel like you may do too much, okay? So just bring it down a notch, all right? Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is going to be 5th house energy, so it's going to be really, number 5 is all about change, of course, right? So how can you change your circumstances in a creative and a passionate way? And that's what that's going to do for you. Now, this can also, you might be, might feel a little romantic. You might be like the, like Knight of Cups, like kind of an energy, like charmer, seducer, lover, kind of an energy. You might feel inspired to do that, pursue a couple of hobbies, maybe you have some creative projects. Hopefully you'll stay at them on a consistent basis if you're a person that already has jammed things out. But if you're a person that's starting something new as a Capricorn, make sure you keep it going if it's something that can enhance your life or your love life personally or whatever. But, maybe, like, what does this look like? If you're in a relationship with someone, it's like, hey, hon, you want to go start riding bikes together? And that's how you can infuse your relationships with something creative that you want to do or something that you want to start doing, and get, your lover involved with you, and you guys can kind of come together, and then that'll also deepen the connection and bring a little bit of excitement. If they fall off the bike and she's like damsel in distress, you're like, honey, I got you, and kiss, are you okay? Like, you can be in that kind of an energy. I just see like a whole movie. But really allow yourself to find some pleasure, really express yourself. Whatever it is that you want to go after, just do it. Now, with this too, though, when you become so creative and passionate, especially Capricorns, because y'all about the money, especially if something's bringing home the bacon, you can turn into a whole ass workaholic. You can really dive into something and forget about, drinking water, eating food, or taking a nap. So you can be like kind of like Sag energy in a way where you might prioritize, forget about my relationship right now. I know I want to ride this bike. I'm going to do 4 miles a day. I don't care if they're coming or not. I really don't care about my relationship like that. In that sense, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go and do it. And then, you guys that was your extra time where you guys spent together, and you're just not going to care about it. So Capricorns can really prioritize work or, your desire or something, and then leave everything else kind of behind. So you have to be careful of that too, especially with your personal relationships. You might become emotionally detached. So like I said, it's always good to find a nice balance, right? Because later on, you don't want it to be so difficult to where you can't even express how you feel, because you're going to see it as something that you're doing right, but someone else in the background is telling you, no, you didn't spend time with me, you forgot my birthday, you didn't even buy me a present, you didn't call me, you were late to dinner. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you turn into a whole shit show. So you have to really make sure you're on the up and up as far as finding that nice balance, okay? Anywho, we have Aquarius. So my aqua babies. So Mars in Leo is going to activate home and family life for you. You're going to feel motivated to really maybe get things in order around the house, really assert your energy to create something harmonious where the whole family is involved, making something feel comfortable for you. This energy definitely can bring changes as far as maybe the way your room looks, maybe turning, your study or something into a gym, or, like really decking things out for the summer, making it more inviting or whatever. Just creating your living space a little bit more fun. Maybe turning your garage into like a kickback, for people to come over. You don't want them in the house, but hey, I'm gonna open my garage door and all y'all asses can be in here. You can spill as much as you want. We can turn up the music, whatever it is, right? So you might do something with that, or do it for the kids or whatever. So, or even, you know, as far as maybe even your community or people around you as well, you might tap into that too. Okay. But don't forget, you know, you might be so like stuck into home life to where you kind of forget to have a little bit of fun. You forget to do like self-care routines because you're putting everybody in the forefront, and don't lose yourself in the midst of making sure, like, aka people pleasing energy, to where you kind of detach yourself from you and your endeavors and what you want to do too, Aquarius. So you got to make sure, you know, you're not too distant from your friends, or you're not like ghosts or MIA, and people's like, where's Aqua Baby at? Where you been? And then all of a sudden, when you're ready to pop out after, you know, gets out of this energy, like, what's up, y'all? Where we going? Like, you know, switched up. Where you been at? Like, I've been trying to call you and text you. You didn't want to go out. I always invite you. And then you just don't get invited anymore, anywhere anymore, because you always was turning them down because you were in this kind of an energy. Just overly, excessively trying to be independent or in the house and just away from the world. But nothing was wrong with you. It's just you were just in this cocoon kind of a phase. So you were kind of stubborn, you know. So just find a balance, you know. Have time at home and do your little things, and then know when it's time to pop out. Leo energy, right? Finding that balance, and not, because Aquarius, you can become very detached, especially if you're a person that really doesn't like people. So Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. So you're gonna feel a little bit more energized as far as I feel like this is third house energy, communication. Okay. Your thoughts, your mental health is going to be a priority for you. Like, you're going to always make sure you're good before you even, like when you wake up, it's not about the phone. It's literally about, damn, what kind of dream was that? Hold on, let me look at my dreams. You're going to be like, hold on. So I seen a red pillow. I was driving. And then this one I was flying. Like, you're really going to be like, making sure you're good first before you even involve yourself in anybody else. Okay, as far as your thoughts and your mental health. Now, I feel like you're also going to be speaking differently, like your communication style. Like, let's say, for example, I don't know, you always had your head in the clouds kind of when you're conversing with other people, or you just did these long, drawn out paragraphs and shit, and now you're really going to be, you know, straight to the chase. Fire energy. Fire's quick and fast, right? So you're going to be like, we going or not? Like, what's up? Don't beat around the bush. Like, okay, you got this, you got that? All right, let's roll. Am I driving or are you driving? No more like, you know what? I kind of didn't feel like driving because I just got my toes done and I'm wearing these heels. Like, no more long, drawn-out stories. You're going to be like, straight smack, cut to the chase. Like, this is it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Very black and white. Or else you ain't fucking with it. And that's the energy that you want to receive too. You don't want people to be beating around the bush or taking forever to explain something or tell you something. You just want clear, concise communication and conversations where you don't have to guess. You know, you want conversations to where you don't feel like you're walking on eggshells either. So I feel like you might be super inspired to even utilize your throat chakra as far as expressing your ideas. You know, instead of being a person that's kind of in the back or in like do land, like always thinking of stuff in your head, whatever's in your head, you don't talk about it. You're like, you know what, guys, I actually seen this color look actually better on the wall, this pastel with this pink, because it'll go with the pillows over here, and then with that rug right there, that accent, bam, what y'all think? You're actually going to voice it instead of just sitting back and listening to everybody else. Yeah, that's cool. Like, you're going to be more like taking action, utilizing your words, and being more assertive and more confident with saying your 2 cents and just engaging in conversations that are stimulating to you. Now, if nothing stimulating clearly to a Pisces, your ass gonna swim away. So, you know, it has to be a stimulating conversation. Check where you have Venus too, as far as like love relationships. That sounds like more of an air energy, like Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. If you have an air sign and a Venus sign, that's kind of like that. like something that's stimulating, something that you can learn from, or networking from like-minded people. That's like third house energy, right? Engaging in something, in some type of conversation where you can get something from it. You want substance from it, and that's what's gonna bring the excitement. That's where you're gonna get some ideas and you're gonna talk about it, and you know what I'm saying? So use that energy to really share your insight, and make new connections that actually feel good to you. Now, on the flip side to this, since there's so many aspects that are tapping into North Node, right? That's that unknown energy, that scary energy that nobody likes to tap into. Pisces, you might kind of be like, you know, I don't know too much about this, so I'm just going to sit in the corner. I catch you on the flip side. Like, grabs your drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be the whole escape artist instead and just kind of run from something that you're uncomfortable, unaware of, or you're not too knowledgeable about, instead of like really just learning in and tapping in, maybe staying student. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, that's what that means. Okay, cool. You know, and engage versus like just sitting there like, you know, I don't even want to do that. So you can become escape artist, or you could just be, you could be a Pisces that's like over the top. Like, you might be like, no, you should put like a stripper pole in here, and then get like some airplane figurines, and go to the shop and get like a half a car cut off, and then have it sticking out the wall, and like something like totally unrealistic, like something totally like just off the hook, crazy. Like, I don't know, because you might be so overwhelmed, but that's all the ideas that you never talked about before that could have correlated with the whole nother conversation, and you're adding into a conversation, and they're gonna look at you like, what you smoking? I want to know what you smoking on. On the other case of that, you might just have be overwhelmed with like emotions, Moon Cancer, and you might have difficulty with just establishing boundaries if you're on the lower octave of that kind of an energy. Okay, I always give you guys the light and the dark of everything. Okay, so it's all about balance, right? I know some days we don't feel like engaging in things, and that's fine, right? I'm not saying engage in everything that comes your way, but don't escape from, tapping into hearing new things and having those conversations, and seeing, what else is on people's mind. I always tell y'all, I don't act like I know everything. You know what I mean? I'd be like, but I'm here to listen. I'm here to soak it up like a sponge. Oh, that's that. And then later on, I'll go tap in, do my little Nancy Drew and like look something up. You know what I mean? And do my own due diligence. All right. So as far as the aspects, you guys, I always do that because someone asked me, why do you always point to the sky like there's going to be words there? Because I thought I was going to I always think I'm going to edit later, and I'm not. I'm live. So when I see my finger, that means put a word here, just so you guys know, the people that be Instagramming me and Twittering me and asking me. So let's move to the aspects for today. And then I'm also going to, since we're doing a Mars and Leo video, I'm going to give you kind of a gist of the energy from, what are we, is today Monday? Tuesday? Anyways, whatever this week's energy is all the way into the weekend, that we can kind of get a flow of how to play with this energy and the aspects that are kind of playing out now that Mars is in Leo. And also we had a lot of big shifts, you guys. I know you probably felt it. Anyways, just a couple of them that I feel like are worthy of talking about. So, aspects. So now that we're in Gem season, right? So Sun in Gemini, we have a nice little sextile, which is good energy. It's good. It's a good aspect. Okay. Think of sextile like sexy. So think of it as a good thing. I don't know. However helps you. A nice little sextile with Mars. Okay. So this is going to be this is the energy of, think of sun energy, expressing ourselves, right? That's your sun energy. So allowing us to really express the ideas that we have and putting them into action, being more confident, about how we express it, Mars energy, being more motivated to take action, to pursue action energy, Mars energy, our endeavors. I try and break it down so you guys kind of get it. And it also gives us like a boost of energy, like a surge of energy, to really bust out that collaboration. Go to the IKEA store with your friend. You're like, look, I got the pictures, I got the measurements, I got everything. Okay, so let's kind of match this with that. Like, get excited about whatever endeavors you're carrying out, you know? So that's that kind of energy, and really explore new opportunities, new ideas, you know, just really like, just be present in whatever it is that you're tapping into in a positive way, and not being negative Nancy or pessimistic Polly over there. You know what I mean? And be also, you know, engaging with the individuals or energies that you're dealing with as well in the midst of whatever you're pursuing, Mars energy, right? What else do we have here? Ooh, we have a trine. We got a trine. So the sun is trining, what is that? The sun's trining with Pluto. All right. And we all know Pluto is retrograde in Aquarius right now, which is air energy. And we have the sun now in Gemini, air energy, right? So this is good. This is a powerful, transformative, trines are good, energy, right? So this could be very empowering. Why? Because you could probably, you know, Pluto's like a planet of, I don't want to say the word, people say Pluto, it's always like bad, like destruction. But this is, I just say transformative, okay? So you can really uncover things that were kind of hidden about yourself, about your skills, talents, things of that nature. Uncover some truth about something. And this will allow you to, like a trine is good, so it'll allow you to embrace that, right? So you know how like we're bombarded with all kinds of change. Let's say, for example, your manager's like, oh, you guys got to pay $50 more on the rent. You know, you already set yourself up real good and real nice to do some extra overtime for the last couple of weeks. You know, that's that extra 50, or maybe you stop going out every night and now you've been cooking. So you're like, oh, that's nothing, that's cool. Like, you'll take it in a better manner versus like, oh my God, 50, they gonna raise my rent. They already don't do shit around here. Like, instead of going crazy. So this will allow you, anything that's, you know, hidden that comes to the light, you're gonna be okay about it, and you're gonna be embracing it more than being against it. Now, this can be on an individual level. This can also be on an environmental, societal level as well. Okay, so recognize when Pluto is retrograding right now, it's forcing us to go in. It's about to be in Capricorn afterwards. It's a couple, how long? I think like another month or two or something like that. But this can be like a super shift in your awareness of everything. Okay, like, you know, I always resort things back to you because it's really all about you at the end of the day, reflection, right? So really allowing yourself to understand things in a greater manner. Like I said, switching your perspective, unprogramming to reprogram, unlearning to relearn, staying a student. They always say, what is it? The teacher appears and the student is ready, or the student, you know that saying, whatever, right? Just ready for change, ready to transform, and bringing like the crazy, unconventional ideas. You know what I'm saying? Pluto and Aquarius. You know, to move along in life, upward, forward, onward, to progress. Okay, so I really like that. It's just really empowering. It's like really finding out your true power. This is like finding out your magical superpower, and all of a sudden you're like researching it and figure out how to activate yourself and be more in tune with yourself to really bring it all about. And then here you go testing. You're like, Spirit, show me a red two-door Mercedes car on my way to work, like testing your manifestation skills. You know what I mean? It could be something like that, and all of a sudden it'll show it to you. You're gonna be like, oh shit, I did it. Oh my God, I just seen a red car. You're gonna be like tweeting about it. You're gonna be doing a whole TikTok about it. It's like that kind of an energy. So it's like challenging, you know, what's per se, I should say, normal. What's that, Scat Pack? Okay, so that was me yesterday. Oh my God. Oh, when I was talking about Pisces, or no? Sorry, I'm just not seeing the comment. So just really contributing to the change. You know, let's say, for example, you have like, I don't know, let's say something major is going to change at work, or, I don't know, something's gonna change like within the world or some shit, and you just happen to have a grandiose idea. You might want to kind of put a bug in somebody's ear that's important that can create the change. You know what I'm saying? You don't care if you got recognition or not. You just want to create the change. You want something new to happen. You don't care who does it. You don't care if people knew it was from you or not. You just want the change to happen. You want the change to occur. Now, you want to transform this energy or whatever it is, okay? So that's that trine with Pluto. We do also have Mars squaring up with Jupiter all week long. Okay, so let's break it down. This is an important aspect because it's happening all week. Let me see how long it's gonna happen. Yeah, so this is gonna go all the way until the 25th, y'all. So all week, pretty much. Wait, what's today? Oh no. Yeah, I guess. For the majority. When there's a square, remember squares are like boxing, but there's always a negative and a positive, right? So I'll give you both energies because sometimes squares can play out in our favor. Sometimes we need to square up, right? It's kind of like sometimes when someone thinks that they can walk all over you, you're like, you check them real quick. It's kind of like sometimes we need to square up to check some shit. But sometimes a square can just really put us in a whole kind of a detriment. So I'm gonna give you the positive and the negative of that. So Mars in Leo, right? Mars just moved to Leo. We literally just had Jupiter go into Taurus, but it's squaring up. Jupiter's the planet of expanding things. Mars is all about action. So having this high energy, right, in Leo, being super bold, taking risks, and you know, going towards our success and really like growing and learning who we are and having the confidence and being super enthusiastic about it. Like, yeah, I'm trying to win this lottery right now. You know what I mean? Or I'm trying to get this bag or whatever. You know what I mean? Just really super excited about any type of challenges that come. You're like, I'm gonna conquer this. I'm gonna get over that. Oh, I got this opportunity right here. I'm gonna go tap into that. You know, it can be very good and inspiring, right? But sometimes we can get that's being overly excited about something. Super impulsive, not doing any research. Let's say, for example, a friend presented you an opportunity like, hey, they said we can make like 3 racks a day doing this. You know, it's like a Cash App thing. And you're like, oh, and they show you how to do it. I got it. It happened to me. I did it. You know, and they're like, you know, they got the gift of gab, right? Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces. So they're presenting you this opportunity and you're like, yeah, I want to do it. You're so thirsty and greedy for money. They over-exaggerated some shit and sold you a pipe dream. You know, and here you go with this impulsive energy, Mars squared Jupiter, because you want to expand your financial portfolio and you tap into this and then it's like, boom. You know, you create a whole bomb for yourself later on. Your whole account gets swiped out. Or you just don't make any kind of money, it didn't work, and he got your ass. You know what I'm saying? He got money, but you ain't get no money. But he sold you a great little, like, he showed you pictures, videos. You never know where the hell that money came from. They could have been an old picture from when he got his tax return. Like, you had no idea, right? Because you're just so impulsive with it. So you have to be careful with this energy. You can get played or someone could play you. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's the same thing. You could play somebody or get played. So... Also, too, this can be, you know, this is happening all week. This is where we want to take action, right? Now that we were in Mars and Cancer, which is like a slumped energy, and now we're like, let's go. I want to do it. I'm ready to roll. It's hot. Let's go. That's kind of like that person that's always like, normally they're sitting on the couch and now like, hey, I want to go somewhere. Let's do something. But they broke. They ain't got no money. And you're like, I don't know where you're going, but I'm going here. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna pay for you. Like, that's that excited person. Like, I want to do something. Let's go. the tag along, right? So this can be that energy where someone feels like entitled. Man, I'm your homie. Like, I've been here, like, we know each other. We go way back. Like, you ain't gonna bring me? Like, someone could feel very entitled to whatever it is that you have going on. So you have to be careful of that energy as well. Because then, too, if you're a person that's like, they can sway you to make you feel bad, you can kind of overextend yourself to somebody else, and then they end up draining your goddamn pockets because you're just trying to be nice, or because it was a family member, or because you've known them since high school. You know what I mean? Like, but they ain't got nothing going on for themselves, and you're always forking the bill, or you're always, you know, it's just this tag along third wheel person that ain't about nothing. They never can contribute nothing to whatever it is that you got going on. So you got to be really aware of that. Also, personally for you, you could be just taking on way too much. You could be like, you know what, I have all this energy, right? It could be like an illusion that's playing out right now. Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Leo, and you want to take action. I can do this, I can do that. You think you have all the time in the world for all of these things. Someone's telling you, oh yeah, can you help me move on Saturday? You're like, yeah, I got a game, but you know, I got a little free hour. I could go grab a sandwich real quick. Yeah, I can do it. Like, you know what I mean? You think you have all this time and energy to do something, but you probably just created a conflict for yourself right then and there. So you can take on too much. So you have to be aware of, if you catch yourself in an impulsive kind of an action, be like, wait, hold on. Actually, let me call you back. Let me check my calendar real quick, because my girl want me to do something, and then, you know, my kids got a baseball game, you know, I got to and then I got to do a couple. Let me actually call you back on that before I answer. When you feel like you get so excited because somebody asked you to go somewhere or do something, you all excited, like, yeah, but you're like, wait. So slow down, you know what I'm saying, and really think about it. Because you could be setting yourself up. What's the word I'm looking for? It could be like an unrealistic expectation you have for yourself. Okay, that's like me saying, if you're an entrepreneur, you know how this feels. When you feel like you could just take on anything because you don't have a boss, you are your own boss. A lot of people can get jacked up with that, saying they're gonna do this, and this, because it's so exciting. You got all the energy, you got the time, you feel like, and you could just put on too much, and then you set yourself up real bad, and now you're behind on things. And then watch, once Pluto gets out of retrograde and goes into Capricorn. Remember, Pluto's super fast. You're going to be playing catch up because you set yourself up, you signed these contracts, you told these people you're going to do this, you told yourself you're going to do something, and now you're like, dang, I still got to do this, I still got to do that. So if you hear the friend that's always like, dang, I got to do this, I got to do that. I wouldn't go, but I got to do this and I got to do that. Dang, I got to like, it's like, tell your friend, be like, hey, you need to slow down and figure out what is, like, set up your priority. Because you know there's going to be somebody out there that's going to be saying that, like, every goddamn day. Like, you said that last week. Like, so, remember, be practical. We still have planets in Taurus energy. Practical, okay? Be cautious, all right? Because you can potentially burn yourself out. You forget to do something. You can be careless as hell, with whatever decisions that you're making, and just really, it could be a whole tizzy, and you don't even want that. So you have to be careful this week, you guys, with Mars and Leo squaring up with Taurus all week long, okay? It will amplify that. It will show you. This is the fifth white bird. The fifth white bird. Anyways. All right, we do also have another one, okay? Mars and Leo. It's opposing Pluto again, in retrograde in Aquarius. Okay, so I think this is happening. Let me see how long. Oh no, let me bring up the. I'm gonna take a sip because I'm thirsty. This might just be for today. Well, it's kind of, Mars has been opposing Pluto all week, if I look back. So today will pretty much be the tail end of that. But it's still to be aware, maybe this will kind of answer why things were playing out the way that they were playing. Like power struggles, clashing with egos and conflicts, like people being hella stubborn and, like trying to dominate over you, and man, I don't even need you, or whatever it is. Like, that's that energy, like super aggressive. If you already experienced that, like people just really asserting their power. This could be like your boss at work, like, because they wear the title and the badge, like, I'm your supervisor. If I tell you to do something, you do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just really utilizing that title because they have one up on you, like utilizing that power to assert something that they want done. This could even be in your relationships. This could be your spouses, lovers, kids. If you've been experiencing that week, that's why Mars opposing Pluto. So, but on the good side to that, you know, this is someone that's like, this could be an energy of like really standing up for what you believe in, you know, as far as your morals, values, and beliefs. It's kind of like you challenge a system in a sense. So let's say, for example, they've been telling us, you know, don't run a red light. We have a camera that's going to take a picture of you. And you know, in your neighborhood, they probably don't even take pictures anymore because of the budget they have in your city. And so it's like, you be running all the goddamn red lights. You're just trying to make it to work on time. So it's like going against the system, going against the grain kind of an energy. That's a sucky example, but I'm just trying to give you a visual. You're just determined to get something done. It's kind of like, that's that energy of like not caring about who you kind of stomp on to get there in a sense, and not caring about what happens. You feel free, you want to change something, you want to do it, this is how you're going to do it without anyone telling you how to do it. You're going to do it your way or it's the goddamn highway, pretty much, right? So that's where you see how this aggressive behavior can come in, that negative side to it. If you've been experiencing that all week, we're still in that energy for today, and then it's not going to be there. But we do have Mars squaring up with Jupiter all week long, so pay attention to that. Okay, what I was just explaining to you guys. What else do we have that I want to talk about? Oh, this is a good one. So this will kind of help out a little bit. Tomorrow and, what's tomorrow? Tuesday and Wednesday? So Tuesday and Wednesday, we do have a trine. We have Sun trining with Mars. Okay, so like I said, Sun is in Gemini, air sign. Mars just went into Leo. Trines are good. So this is like really going after our goals, our passions, really expressing ourselves, you know, bringing clarity within every situation, even ourselves and our minds. Like today, I have a whole list of things I want to do today. So I know exactly between 8 and 10, I'm doing this. Between 12 and 4, I'm doing that. I'm clear here, so I can squeeze in, you know, basketball game, or I can go outside and do an activity, or I can call Richard back that I forgot to call 2 days ago. You know what I mean? Like, it's really like, really nipping things in the bud, really enhancing communication with yourself, enhancing the activities, enhancing everything around you in a positive way. That way you can feel good about whatever it is that you're carrying out. It doesn't feel like too much, you know? You're not over, like, putting way too much on your plate. That's why they say, like, you know how you eat with your eyes? You're not eating with your eyes. You know, like you eat just enough, you got a nice little portion, and you feel that full sensation, and you stop eating, and you put the rest in the to-go container. Like, can I get a check? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not overdoing anything. So that's a good trine, you know, and that way you can feel good. You're like, I ate just enough. Hey, you still want to go to the movies later? I'm still up for it. Like, you know what I mean? Or you still want to go hike? I don't know, like something after. Instead of saying, nah, I feel like going home, you got the itis. It's the other way around. You feel like you have energy for it. So feeling fulfilled. So that's a collective energy that we're all going to be feeling tomorrow and the next day. We also do have, so remember, Venus is in Taurus. We have a sextile. Lots of earth energy here. So Venus, love and relationships in the sign of Taurus, which is like earthly, very grounded, you know, what's the word I was looking for? Practical. Sextiles are good. So Uranus, the planet of doing things out of the ordinary, like just outside of the box, unexpected events, okay, is also in Taurus too. So I kind of like this though, because this is a good thing. So this is getting excited about something that you were kind of scared to start. Let's say, for example, I don't know, you want to have like a sex toy line, and you used to think people would talk about you, like you're not even that kind of a person, but you just see the money's there, and you know, everyone needs a little bit of loving, and it's hot right now. The pedal was great. That worked out, and you have this idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? You might bring that to the forefront because, you know, it can bring home some bacon right now. And you might know a whole bunch of, you know, you might know Natalie and them down the street. They're strippers. And so that's, boom, they can hit up the whole strip club for you. You can make hella money. They can word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? So that's that energy. But that's the money part of it. Now, as far as the relationships or things that you value, aka, so the aesthetics of everything, kind of embracing change in those aspects within your connections. It's like, you never knew, I don't know. It's something that, like, whatever your mate loved to do, you never knew they could draw or sing, but you heard them in the shower one day or something, like singing their ass off, and you're like, ooh, I'm going to record this. And you're like, dang, I didn't even know you had that talent. Oh my God. We should do like open mic next week on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. Like set a date, 2 drink minimum, dinner on me, let's go. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of an energy, like really embracing that. While you're breaking free from the social norm, they are too. You're like pushing them on to kind of break free and, you know, be unique, be an individual, like be you outside of the box, like doing things you always wanted to do, kind of fostering the spirit of being free, and not being in a, you know, like being told what to do and what you can't do. So like think of it as like a experimental kind of an energy. Like, you know, I want to try that. I'm telling you, this is a lot of bucket list energy this week, and it's going to be like Leo energy, bucket list energy, Leo energy. So being, you know, excited about love, money, endeavors, that's Venus energy, finances, anything that you want to pursue as far as in the arts. Okay. So that's happening. Ooh. And then, yeah, you know what? Let me just bring up this weekend. So Sun in Gemini, right? We have Saturn in Pisces. Saturn is the planet of discipline and structure and all those things. So it's squaring up with the sun, air sign, water sign. So that's going to be this weekend. So you have to be careful this weekend. You know, everyone likes to have fun on the weekends, right? Go out. Some of us may feel limited, or there might be some type of tension or something as far as the collective being able to feel free or pursue their goals in a way where they're not frowned upon, you know? So there might be a clash between whatever it is that you desire, whatever you're curious about. Like, let's say you want to start that sex toy business. You might be like, yeah, I kind of want to do that, and like research it, explore it, Gemini energy. And then, you know, you're like, but is it really going to bring me the structure? Am I really going to be disciplined enough to really do this? Or am I going to veer off into an OnlyFans and say, screw this toy? You know what I mean? Like really thinking about, okay, is this going to bring me the structure I need? Am I going to be responsible to really like be the face of this? Like, do I really want to do this? You're going to be like teeter-tottering. So you might doubt yourself. Okay. You might feel like you can't get it done. You might just have a sense of giving up. Okay, and I just gave that one story, that one visual, but it could be this could be pertain to anything that you have going on this weekend. You might feel held back, you know, because of your circumstances. Like, let's say, for example, everybody's going somewhere this weekend. Like, hey, y'all, we going to, I don't know, we're going to Tahoe for the weekend. Like, everybody, like, get your bags right. Everyone's going, but, you know, you and your mate aren't going. Why? Because maybe because of your circumstances. You feel like y'all ain't got enough money. You won't have too much fun because you only have enough money to maybe, I don't know, do one ski activity and then like have dinner like 2 nights, and that's it. Y'all might be sitting in the cabin the whole time, or just making snowballs in the snow while everybody else is out enjoying all the other activities for the rest of the weekend. You're like, yeah, let's not go, babe. We'll go next time. So it could be something like that. I don't know. So that's kind of that energy. But despite any of the challenges that we may face this weekend with this sun scoring up with Saturn, it can really bring opportunity for growth, right? So if you know you're lacking in a certain area, where this could be a place where you feel like maybe you need to work on a few things. Maybe this is where you can work on, whether it's building up, you know, your money, or making sure that you actually set yourself up nice, like as far as your calendar. If you want to get tasks done, you know, Saturn's planet discipline. If there's something that you got to do by a certain time, or a goal that you want to achieve, making sure that you're setting yourself up nice in order to achieve it. Repetition is the mother of skill. So if you do something, it takes 21 days to gain a habit, 21 days to lose one. So if you set yourself up nice enough to where you're like, okay, I'm going to incorporate this every single day, boom, and then now all of a sudden you're actually really doing it. So that's, I always say, don't look at things as a negative. Look at it as an opportunity to grow, an opportunity to become better, so that you can, if you know better, you do better, right? So now that I told you this, and you know there's some shit that you got to do, well, set it. I don't care if you got to set an alarm on your iPad, your phone, sticky notes, write on your mirror, whatever it is you got to do. Now you know it's something that you really passionate about, that you really want to get done. Boom, there you go. And then next time when there is that trip, when everybody wants to go, you got the money now. Why? Because you set yourself up nice. and you know, you worked a couple of extra hours, you got you did everything you needed to do pretty much as far as your duties, responsibilities, and obligations, and now you can go have a little bit of fun. Boom, there goes the balance, right? You're not sitting sobby in the corner, so you don't feel limited. Okay, so I would just say I think with Pisces and Saturn, it's kind of if you've worked on yourself and have you done the shadow work, you kind of see where there were illusions, and it kind of allows you to sit back and really embrace gaining like a deeper meaning behind like getting your shit together. Like, because a lot of people can talk about it, but they don't really do anything about it. So you can ponder and sit there all you want, but you're going to continue to have obstacles. And you're going to be continuing to stare at other people and look at other people and want to be like them. And then what does that turn into? Fear, doubt, jealousy, envy, all of those things, right? So it's kind of like it allows you to kind of sit back and see where you need to, what areas in life that you need to strengthen, you know, to be more responsible in. Where were you kind of aloof before, and now it's like, okay, you need to nip it in the bud here, you need to nip it in the bud there. I don't know, I kind of like it. Just giving us like a little bit more of being more mature, I would say, and responsible to carry out our pursuits and our goals, right? Anyways, I think that's enough on aspects, y'all, because I feel like I've been talking foreign to y'all. Anyways, so let's tap into the houses. This is gonna fall. All right, let's tap into the houses, guys. How are we feeling? Are we liking the video? Thumbs up. That way the video can circulate. If you guys even just comment like a little emoji even after the video is live, whatever, it really helps the video keep going. So now depending on where you have Mars at, or you can pertain it to how I just did the rising sign, it'll tell you now that Mars is in Leo, because remember each planet moves into a different zodiac, which means everything's shifting on your wheel. So I did the Sun, Moon, Rising, so you can see where your rising's at. That'll tell you exactly what house it is, or you can play it as where is Mars located in that house. Totally up to you. So it's either you're looking at your chart and you're saying, okay, I have Mars in the 4th house, you know, or you can look at wherever your rising sign is at. Like I said earlier, how it's going to affect you. However you want to play it out. Okay, I'm going to give you the positive and the negative. First house. So we all know first house is all about yourself. It's all about your confidence, you know, how you assert yourself. Pretty much with Mars being an action planet, Leo fire signs, it's all about exuding like this magnetic kind of an energy. This can really, how should I say this? It can make it easier to pursue your goals. Like, let's say, for example, right now, like, I'm just like, you know, if I was to just stare at you and just be like, yeah, you can do anything. You got this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm literally, like, giving you the je ne sais quoi, exuding the energy so that you can, you know, be confident and you feel it. You feel the passion that I'm telling you. Like, you got this. Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Or I could rev it up and be like, you got this. Like, let's go. Like, come on. But this energy is more like, it's like, we can be magnetic that way too, but I feel like this is like, I don't know, because first house is more about your core, you, inside, your personality. I can be either or. I can, like, you know, looking into my eyes can be like, whatever I want you to do, you'll do it. But also I can be the hype man. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Like, get off your ass. Like, come on. You said you wanted to do this, now we're doing it. So what's up? So we here right now. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, I can either or. I feel like if you have that Mars energy in that house, that's what you exude. That's the energy of that. Okay. Now on the negative side to that, having Mars in the first house, this could be someone that is operating in ego and pride. Okay. Being a little bit arrogant. You know, using the energy for bad, not for good. Like, I'm trying to dominate you and I'm gonna like be a master manipulator with my energy. You see what I'm saying? Like, you always know both sides to something, and that way you can tell where you're standing, where you're at. Okay, do you have to manipulate anybody to do what you want? I would hope not. Because then that's like, you want people to be puppets, and there's no fun in that. There's nothing organic about that, and that sucks if you have to do that to get the things that you want. So some people are like that, though. Sad, but true. You know, so be mindful of doing things in a healthy way, utilizing your integrity, okay? That way you can actually gain respect from other people. And they really fuck with you the long way because you're being authentic and true and real, okay? So yeah, anyways, second house. Mars and Leo in the second house can really enhance, you know, taking action on your goals. Second house is all about your finances, your money, you know, just really taking action on the things that you want to pursue pretty much. Okay, you can really find the drive to really get things done, be more motivated, utilizing yourself as an asset and not a liability in people's lives. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to money and developing, you know, your financial forecast, I should say. Like, let's say you're really talented at something, you know, that'll help increase your income. Let's say you're really talented at, I don't know, like marketing or something, or doing Facebook ads. You know, instead of just doing it for yourself, now that you've mastered it and other people are kind of like involved in the same thing you are, you can be like, hey guys, I know how to do ads. I can kind of tell you guys about it. You know what I mean? Like you're helping other people around you as well. Not only is it boosting your pockets, it's also boosting somebody else's pockets too. And that way y'all can go on the trip together. So when the elevator up, you ain't got to drop nobody out. All y'all going to the top together. And it's not lonely at the bottom anymore, right? But, you know, on the flip side to that, since this is a house of money as well, you could be making all that money with your Facebook ads, and then you'd be like, yeah, I got it. We going to Cabo, and then I'm going to Germany, then I'm going to Alaska. Like, just once you get the money, you spend it. Like, you can just excessively spend your money, like go overboard, especially with the aspects I was just talking about. So, you know, that can be a little bit tricky. You can kind of overlook some things as far as maybe like your material possessions and things of that nature. You might buy like 10 things of something you don't even need right now. You could have spent it on something else. But just because you got the money, you did it. You know what I mean? So just be very cautious especially when it's just a desire and it's not something you need. Okay, so just be cautious of that. Some people with second house too, I feel like with this Leo energy, you could do some things to where you just want to be like praised, like you want to be recognized for doing it. Like that goes earlier with that story I was trying to tell you. Like, I don't care how change is made, I just want change to happen. You put a bug in somebody's ear and, you know, the change happens. You talk to the right person. But in this case, you want to be known for the ideas. You could be on that energy too. Like, no, I thought of it, I said it, it was me. That way you can get recognized for what you just, you know what I mean? Like, people could be like that. That's like status, like trying to control and be like in your, like gaining power in that way. It's kind of a jacked up way to do it, but hey. Anyways, third house. Mars and Leo in the third house can amplify communication. Okay? Especially if you want to learn something as far as like your intellectual pursuits, as far as knowledge. This can be very powerful though, okay? Mars and Leo in the third house of communication, you can really talk real smooth your way out of so many different things, or talk yourself into something that can really bring you whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. So I would say really express yourself. This is like bringing you the confidence to do so, allowing you to be a little bit more enthusiastic and get things said. Get it out of here. I don't care if it's just journaling or like voice clipping or doing a podcast or doing a YouTube like me. You know what I mean? Like get it out. Get it out. When it pertains to third house, you never know. Like I said, you could meet somebody that's kind of on the same road. You didn't know they were. And this is your friend for like, what, a couple years now? And you're like, oh, I didn't know you was into this. And you're like, yeah, like I've been kind of doing this. I'm just kind of like, now I'm like ready to tell the world, I guess. And like, well, I have so much information about it. I can tell you, da, da, da. And then there you go, boom. You know what I mean? Like it can like really extend a connection there. On the flip side to that, when you have the Mars and Leo energy in the third house, it's like someone that can talk a little bit too much. They're always like want to start something. Like I said, remember, Leo keeps things lit. So what does that look like? Keeping the argument going. Always having the last word. Being hella cocky and arrogant and I'm better. You know what I mean? Like kind of an energy like very dominating. And be an active listener. I always tell people that. Listen to other people's perspectives. You don't have to agree on it. Just pay attention. I always say, see what people would rather do or say. It's very telling. Okay? 9 times out of 10 people always telling themselves. 4th house. Mars and Leo in the 4th house. So 4th house, we know it's like home, family. To be a Mars and Leo in the 4th house, you could probably just feel very motivated. Like I said earlier, I think I talked about this kind of. Like as far as your domestic affairs, you might feel a little domesticated. Like you might want to go to Walmart instead and get like a Swiffer and some candles and that good smelling Febreze, and you might want to change like the dryer sheets to make it smell real good. You might just do stuff like that. Like you just might really be domesticated, right? Fixing the pillows and the throw blankets all nice and getting stuff for your animals, and you know what I mean? Like you just might, just for your whole environment, just making it all nice and comfy and stuff like that, taking action on that. YouTube is being real weird. YouTube is being real weird. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hold on, let's test it. Oh, okay. YouTube's been funky all week. Anyways, so the negative side to that. So let's say, for example, you're like the alpha, I guess, and you want to make the living room a certain way or the garage a certain way. But remember, you have your husband there, masculine energy, and he wants to turn into like a man cave or a game room. There could be a power struggle with that energy because you're so gung-ho and set and assertive on how you want something to look and play out. Then you guys can have a conflict, and it could just turn ugly because there can be that power struggle or controlling factor. Nope, I want the garage this way, and he wants it this way. You know, my buddies come over, I'm over here, and you and the girls can be upstairs on the patio with the bougie setting over there. You know what I mean? For your wine and all that. It could be something stupid like that. So find a nice balance. 5th house. Oh shit, I gotta go. 5th house, Mars and Leo in the 5th house can really boost on creativity, so you can change things that are going on around you and whatever it is that you're passionate about. And remember, 5th house can be all about your romantic endeavors. So it's really forcing you to really express yourself in a maybe artistic kind of a fashion. You know, maybe engage in leisurely or pleasurely activities that you haven't really tapped into, more like self-care. Or, you know, with the romantic partner, okay? So be very confident. Now, on the flip side to that, I do have to let you know, you got to be mindful. Don't be what do you call it? Passive aggressive. You know, just because Sally wants to go to the movies, you really don't want to see that movie, but you say, all right, I'll go. When you really don't want to go, don't say yes every single goddamn time. Say no. How about I did what you wanted to do last weekend. It's time to, I want to go golfing this weekend. You know? And then, you know, like compromising. Okay? You're still considering their feelings or considering yours. Both parties are happy. Boom. You got to be careful with that. 6th house. Mars and Leo in the 6th house can bring lots of energy to your workspace, your career. You know, you might be enthusiastic about putting lemon and cucumbers, you know, in the green liquid chlorophyll in your water so you can drink it. Healthy routines now, you know, whatever it is. You might be just really driven to excel in some form or fashion. Like, you know, you might tap into a class down the street at Planet Fitness and shit, and you and Rebecca and Jim and all y'all go together every Friday, you know, like to really pump each other up and get things done so y'all can lose some 200 pounds or whatever it is and be fit for summertime. That's right around the corner. You know what I mean? And just really take on maybe more leadership roles, like if you own your own business or at work. Instead of you just sitting behind a desk, now you're like asking your boss, hey, you know what, I'm pretty knowledgeable about this. I've been here for about 7 years. Here's my resume. You know, this is the things that I've accomplished here. I want to take on you know, having my own team under me, and all of us can go, like, you know, they can get leads for me and I can take them to the houses and close deals, like loan officer shit, real estate. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that's that energy. But also too, on the negative side to that, you could be so motivated to get things done and you're so gung-ho about losing weight, like you might overexert yourself. You might hurt yourself in the midst of being so excited that you see results, everything's working for you, but then you might just like burn out real quick. So you have to be very careful of that, and remember to keep a nice balance between work and life, health, all of that stuff, managing that, prioritizing your self-care. Remember to take a rest, you know, in between sets when you're working out or some shit like that, or you worked out 6 days already. I think that's a little too much. You might need to take a weekend off or something. You know what I mean? Like resting. Okay, 7th house. Mars and Leo on the 7th house. Partnerships, relationships, right? 7th house. So you might take the lead. You see that there's an area that's unbalanced within the connection, and this is you telling your partner, hey, we don't do this anymore. You know what I mean? Let's do this. You know, it's like really making sure that you find balance within your connection right now at this time and asserting it. Like, I like when you rub my hair when I go to sleep when we watch a movie. It makes me feel comfortable. I miss when you did that. You did that all the time. Now you don't do it anymore. Can you know what I mean? Like really telling them what you need to fulfill your desires, and then AKA, you know, vice versa. But on the flip side to that, the power struggle once again. You know, it's the couple power struggle there. You know, dominating, being more dominant in the connection without hearing the other person and seeing what they need. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about compromising. It's all about conversing with the other person, aka communication, and having mutual respect for one another. Okay. 8th house. 8th house. Mars and Leo in the 8th house can intensify major transformation with these aspects I was talking about. This is even more powerful if you have Mars in 8th house. You know that you're changing. You might even have a spiritual goddamn awakening. You might have a whole shift. You might even look like a new person and just grow totally different if you're accepting of the energy. So you might feel super motivated to really like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, you know, you might let go of a vice, or you might let go of something. You might not participate in low vibrational activities such as going to the club. Instead, you're like, I want to go to the gym and work out. You know what I mean? Or I want to work on building my business or something like that. You know, so you might put your foot down on something that you actually desire, something that goes way deeper than surface level. So, and that'll empower you personally. On the negative side to that, you might be, how do I say it? Because 8th house too can be your intimate connections. So you might struggle with trying to control what they're trying to do as well. Like that looks like a whole narcy vibes. Like it's like you can do what you want to do, but yet the other person, they can't do whatever they want to do. So you want to trying to control them. Like, nope, you're coming with me. This is what we're doing. Like you're like trying to you're like trying to steal the show and force them to do whatever you're passionate about, and they're not into what you got going on. So you gotta be careful of that, especially if you live with someone or you're married to them, or yeah, that can get real ugly real fast. Okay, 9th house. Mars and Leo in the 9th house can really bring lots of motivation and really exploring the deeper, behind the mask, esoteric kind of information, really like wanting to learn about your roots and learning about just deeper knowledge, and you know, whatever they've been telling you on the news and all that stuff, you're like, nope, scratch that. That ain't real. I'm about to go figure out the real dirt, you know, really go dive deep. Like you're inspired to really like know the real or find it. Also too, 9th house is travel. So you might take action on getting the hell out of the house. You know what I mean? Like going somewhere. Like this could be, like I said, away for the weekend or the country, you know, just to really gain some new experiences and see how people be living. On the flip side to that, you might be so gung-ho and passionate about something that you learned today. You're like, oh yeah, I learned this, and this is like the right way to do it. And you're like, y'all should just stop eating cucumbers. They're fake. Or broccoli, don't eat it no more. Throw it in the trash. Like, and really be so gung-ho about it that you're forcing whatever you just learned, you're forcing your beliefs on somebody else, and that's never a good thing either. Like you could really express that to people, and then people look at you like bombastic side eye. Like, what the hell? Like, that's not good too. So you got to remain open-minded and respectful of other people and their beliefs, and you know, so you know, and you roll with that. Like, you know, the consequences of whatever it is that you just found out about, and you tested it and everything, boom, bam, that's good for you. But you can't change everybody. You know, there's some people that just want to stay the same. Like, you probably made somebody throw up just by showing them proof pictures on TikTok or something like that. Like, who knows about what you really eating as far as chicken? You might be eating little kid brains or something. You know what I mean? Like, you might just gross them out because of that. So you got to be careful, be very respectful, and be diverse within everything. As long as you know, you keep going your way. Let them do what they got to do, and just don't even try and like force them to believe something. All right. 10th house, Mars and Leo in the 10th house can really boost your image. Really boost your career goals. If you want to start a business, you're really on this road to feeling very successful. Like, you probably already feel it. Like, things are probably already happening for you. It's already popping. You already have people that you can correlate with and bring up some ideas and go here and do this. You already have like a whole lineup. Like, it's kind of like having a whole setup for a whole world tour or some shit. Like, you already have it already mapped out, planned out. You're already probably feeling this energy to take on that role, like to be the it factor, to be that somebody, to be the person center stage with the mic in the hand, with the lights and everything. You got all the fits, someone to do your hair, everything. You got the whole entourage, you got the security guards, all of it. Like, you got the whole shebang. And even, in your professional endeavors, as far as if you work for somebody as well. Now, the flip side to this is like, you can really be having the mic, right? There goes ego and pride. It may lead you to being a little bit more excessive on that. It's like you could have the ambitious energy, but now it's like, oh, they were like, oh, he don't come to the hood no more. He don't even fuck with us no more. And we was the person that was riding with him in the bus, and now he's in the limo and he forgot all about us. Okay, so just be aware of that as well. 11th house, Mars and Leo in the 11th house can really boost your social connections, networking, right? So meeting people, whoever you're involving yourself with as far as groups and stuff like that. So you might want to take action on switching up your social circle, who you mess with, who you talking to. Are they have substance? Do they have something going on? Are they taking action? Are they just sitting there lazy? You're going to be like, nope, don't want to mess with them. I want to mess with people that are actually doing something with their life so I can feel motivated and I can feel successful and we can go places and we can do things and they have goals and they're passionate about them too. It's not like a one-hit wonder. Like, I'm like, same way, let's do it together. So being around like-minded people. And on the flip side to that, this can cause more power struggles, right? Someone might think they know more than the other, or, whatever have you. You know how groups get, depending on if they're male or female, kind of an energies play out. People might get jealous or envious or think they're just, the inferior, superior kind of an energy. But you just got to learn to be a chameleon so that you can, teamwork makes the dream work. You can cooperate with people and collab with people. They might have a specific skill set. They might not be skilled at everything, but they have that one thing that they're good at. This person's good at this one thing. Think of it like 7 of Cups. Everybody has their own little unique gift and talent, and then this is what you bring, and then boom, y'all can come together instead of like nitpicking one another and forcing each other to believe in the same exact thing. Okay? 12th house, Mars in the 12th house can really boost, 12th house is all about your spiritual insight, your intuition. That's more like Pisces energy, right? So like really discovering who you are so you can get motivated to really figure out, like I said, your gifts and talents as far as like spiritually speaking. You might like create a whole extra altar and, do more spiritual magic or figure out what your magi is and things of that nature. The realm of the subconscious. You're really like diving into the deep depths of like metaphysics and, all of that. So you might pursue activities that kind of nourish your inner core, doing shadow work, healing old traumas and mastering that and just really diving really deep so that you can feel a lot better when you come out into the world. On the flip side to that, you can like kind of stay in la la land and you might end up being very reckless. You might find out about something and you just might get angry instead. You know what I mean? You might not be ready for you actually seeing something. You know what I'm saying? Like your clairs are coming online now that you open your first eye or aka your third eye, and you're like, now you're seeing something, you're like, oh my god, what is going on? You want to hide in a corner in the closet. You know, it could be something like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking of like the other side of it. So be careful of the spiritual practices too. You might have like went on TikTok and fell into a rabbit hole about how to do voodoo, and you doing the wrong thing, Wicca or something. That's like, you know, Google scholarship stuff, and now you done put a spell on yourself instead of put it on somebody else. Like, you got to be real careful. This ain't no joke when you mess with spirituality. Okay. So, anyways, what time is it? I was gonna pull cards, you guys, but I'm a little behind on time here. I do have some other endeavors I gotta tap into, so I'm actually gonna save that for the next week. So I'm gonna timestamp everything. I mean, for the next video for tomorrow. I'm gonna timestamp everything that you guys can refer back to it. Please like the video, comment anything you like. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, click the bell right next to it. That way you guys know every time I go live, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.